guess by the title of this video, you already know that today we're gonna be eating the entire day. I thought I need to do a little intro before we get into it because I think my previous videos don't really talk much about who I am and what I do. So yeah, my name is Anastasia. I currently live in Montreal and I work in media. Even though, again, by the name of this video, you probably guessed that my first profession was in culinary. You know, the reason for this intro is mostly for me explaining like my style of cooking and where I come from so that you don't think that my food is weird. Becoming a chef was initial reason for me to even move to Canada and, you know, graduate culinary school and pursue my dreams as a chef, which ended up being an amazing journey of like 4.5 years. And I got to experience a really wide range of cooking jobs, from like small restaurants to big restaurants to cooking studios to private chefing to catering. Like now looking back, it kind of feels like it wasn't even my life because so many things have changed. Also, my background is a little bit weird. I originally come from Russia, but I'm 75% Korean. And no, I do not speak Korean. I do not understand Korean. My parents never spoke Korean to me, and Russian ended up being my first language. But I implemented a lot of Korean cooking into my life because honestly, I think it's the best cuisine ever created. It's extremely flavorful, healthy, and balanced. And that's something that obviously I've been eating growing up. So I can't survive without rice. I think that I consist mostly of rice to some certain extent. And if some people are gonna think that, oh my god, this girl is eating a lot of carbs, I mean, like, yeah, it's in my genes, literally. Like, I cannot cut off rice. Even when I try to go like low on carbs, I mean, this is something that like, I cannot exclude. Yeah, so I kind of get to enjoy both of these worlds because Russian, let's say Slavic cooking is also extremely versatile and it has a lot to offer. And in my videos on this channel, you're kind of going to see an interesting mix between these two. And I hope you can pick something new for yourself and implement it to your home cooking. Being in culinary means being crazy about food and trying a million things within a day. Shortly after I joined the industry, I realized that I would often feel full by not even having a proper meal. So that kind of started messing up with my brain and resulted into me having an unhealthy relationship with food. And in order to fix that, I really needed to plan every meal of my day so that, you know, if I know that one of the meals is going to be, you know, like heavy on carbs or it's going to be deep fried or whatever, then I would need to make sure that, let's say, other 2-3 meals that I would have, they're going to be a little lighter and I'm going to pack them with greens and clean proteins and all of that. And that helped me tremendously throughout my career in culinary to just stay healthy, stay energized. Eating habits that you can cultivate in the industry, they're not necessarily the greatest. You know, I've always been loving food, and food is something for me that's like a love language and it's a huge part of my life. I really didn't want that to transform into like a negative thing for me that really brings me more harm rather than positive things. Russian is my first language. There's also a stigma that if you're coming from culinary, then you're probably eating gourmet 24/7, and it's not even being close to reality, because in reality, you try to eat as simple as possible when you're off work, just because your body has to kind of like get back on track before the next shift and you have to feel good. Things that I make at home now, definitely sometimes, you know, if I'm hosting or if I'm just craving something, 100% making it myself and I'm gonna enjoy that meal. But most of it comes down to me trying to eat simple and delicious. And I have to get to work. I'm sorry. Bye.
Thanks for writing me out. My person is the entire office except bobblehead Joe.
Someone complains only.